Hey guys, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk, and today we're doing 5 Rekkids in 5 minutes, and let's see if you can guess what the theme is. Now I know you're looking at this and you're guessing the theme might be cool records that every hipster is supposed to own, or maybe the theme is records that got a 10 out of 10 rating on Pitchfork, but I can promise you that neither of those are actually the theme. The theme is that these are records that are 25 years old from 1998. So we've got the Neutral Milk Hotel here with their famous record In the Airplane Over the Sea. So kind of this, I'll be honest, I wasn't even listening to this album in 1998. But you've got Jeff Mangum with his kind of quirky take on sort of indie folk, indie rock. Definitely was not in the mainstream in 1998. This is definitely one of those records that's built more of a reputation over time. Although I'm going to admit that I got this album a couple years ago. I listened to it several times when I first got it, and I haven't really reached back to it since, for whatever that's worth. Let's do a CD next. So here's going to be a nice beat up, shattered jewel case of the whole record, Celebrity Skin. Now, Live Through This got a 10 on Pitchfork, but of course it wasn't from 1998. I'm not doing the Pitchfork 10 out of 10 as a theme anyway. Actually, I disagree with a lot of their rankings, and this would be certainly an example of that. I actually like this record better than Live Through This. So I think Northern Star is the best song that Courtney ever did. Malibu, Celebrity Skin. I think this was an underrated record. Live Through This may be a bit of an overrated. And of course, Courtney is kind of a mess, and she hasn't really done much musically in quite a while. Something that was probably much more reminiscent of the sound of 1998 than Neutral Milk Hotel was this eponymous album by System of a Down. So this was the debut album for these Southern California Armenian American rockers. Some people call it nu metal. I always deny that it's nu metal because I'm not a nu metal fan and I don't want to own a nu metal record, but I like System of a Down. I went through a big System of a Down phase a couple of years ago. I'm kind of not in that. They've got they always have these one-word song titles, so songs like Spiders and Sweet Pea. I guess Sweet Pea is connected with a hyphen, so I guess it counts as a single word. And Sugar and the like of that. I do think their next album, Toxicity, was their best record. We've got some hip-hop for you. So, of course, the Wu-Tang Clan is cool, and the Wu-Tang Clan had a never-ending supply of solo albums, and so this is kind of the Wu-Tang leader, RZA, with his sort of concept album where he took on a persona, Bobby Digital. So he's sort of a gangsta rapper superhero rather than a chess boxing Shaolin master in this. And there's a lot of it's keyboard driven rather than samples driven. The Pitchfork people hated this for whatever it's worth. And then finally, let's get in some typical Juliana Hatfield content. So this is Juliana Hatfield Bed. You can see this has never been released on vinyl, but I do have the fancy Japanese version with the obi. But the Japanese version has extra bonus songs. It has the entire EP, Please Do Not Disturb, along with the album Bed. And then 2 songs, Anemia and Mean and Evil, that aren't on any of her other releases. And Anemia is a great song, and I'm running out of time. 1998.